Hello, welcome to lesson 2 of the GarageBand lessons. Today we're going to be creating a rock song using chords. We're going to explain what a chord is, use the smart instruments in the GarageBand app, follow a simple chord progression and build a song with multiple instruments. So, in the last lesson you hopefully managed to build a little song that had a beat and then some single notes on the electric piano. If we go back to the icon, the paper icon, we can get back to the main page. Make sure you've named the previous lesson, and then we can press a plus icon. And now, in today's lesson, we're going to create a rock song. Again, we're going to start with drums, and this time, instead of beat sequencer, we're going to choose smart drums. So the smart instruments essentially create the beats and everything for you, but you can then change it to match some notes. So I am going to choose a live rock kit for this because we're doing a rock song, okay? And then I can click and drag the different parts in, but I'm just going to press the dice in the bottom corner. And I think I'm happy with just that simple beat there. And what I'm going to do is, if I'm happy, make sure we're right at number 1 and I press the record button. Okay, once it goes green, it's recorded and we can jump to our next instrument. So if I press the brick wall and you see it's come up there, and I'm going to press the plus button in the bottom corner and we're going to go and find the guitar. So guitar, and we're going to choose smart guitar. So here you'll notice we have the strings, but we also have these letters at the top. These letters are what's called chords. If I play one, it's different notes together. Let's jump for a second to a keyboard so that we can see what that actually means. So if I select a keyboard, so in the keyboard, we'll see that we were playing individual notes, but if you play different notes together, they sound good. And that's particularly 3 notes together. So this is the chord of C. And the chord of G is this. We have F. And then we have E minor, that is a sad. But mostly these are happy chords. So chord is just 3 notes together. Let's jump back to our guitar, and because it's a rock song, I'm going to change the acoustic guitar to a hard rock guitar. Now, we can do a fancy thing called autoplay. So I am going to change my autoplay to say number 4. It's important you choose number 4. Then I'm going to press G and let's see what happens. Okay, what I did there, hopefully you thought actually sounds quite good. And all that is just changing between the chord G and the chord C. Both of those chords are in almost all rock music that you'll hear. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to change along to the beat that we've created. Now, if we watch carefully along the top bar, I want us to change, I think every bar or 2 change the chord. So let's go back to the start. I'm going to press record and I'm going to start with the G chord when it gets to number 4. 3, 4. So you see, I have recorded a very simple chord progression where I was just changing from G to C every time it reached a number up here. Stick to G and C for today, but at another point you could play about with other chords. So we're going to move on to another instrument. So I am going to use the plus icon and I am going to select a bass. Now, a bass is a type of guitar. I'm going to select smart bass. And it is often found in rock music and it's played in the background and the bass plays the low notes. But often you can't really hear it, but it's actually quite important. So in here, I am going to choose a picked bass. And I think I'll choose number 2 on the autoplay. So what I need to do is make sure I'm back at the start, and I am going to press record and I'm going to play G and then change it to C every time I hit a number. So press record. There is my simple bass bit. Now we're going to adjust volumes and stuff in a little while. Now, I have now got my drums, my guitar and my bass. I'm going to add in some sort of keyboard. So I'm going to go to the keyboard and we're going to add in what's called a synthesizer. So a synthesizer is just a fancy electric keyboard. So I'm going to maybe choose a synth bass. I think I've got an 80s bass one somewhere in here. Classic 80s synth bass, brass. That's what I'm going to do. 80s synth brass. And it opens up with the chords again. Going to choose the autoplay dial and you see I have some sounds happening, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to record this. So if I press to the back, press record and start. So now that I have my synthesizer in here, I'm just going to get rid of these pianos that I accidentally... And that's your song. So once you've finished your song, you can adjust the different things like the voices of the instruments, and remember to go back here and remember to rename your song. So I'm going to name mine Lesson 2. Might be useful to put your name with it, particularly if other people are using the iPad. And if we do this, we can also share it with your teacher by pressing share and share song, and high quality is fine. And then you can choose to airdrop it, choose to upload it to Teams or Google Classroom, and then you can share it with other people.